be much better, and they will have some achievements to show for the progress that they have made so far. Other than that, still looking towards sports development in the country, and of course the different individuals and stakeholders coming up to set up infrastructure in the different areas to ensure that at least there's a pitch and people can go and play football. Now, of course, right there in Cadie, the last seed sports arena was successfully opened, and of course they had an opening gala between different teams that played right there. This particular arena caters for 2 sports disciplines, and that is football and basketball. So the talent in football and basketball in the areas of Cadie, those that stay around Entebbe, Chitende, they could be utilizing this sports arena that was successfully launched. And of course, looking at how the ground is going to help schools as well. At the same time, in the competitions that they will be having, they can utilize that particular playing field. It will also give them an opportunity on what it feels like to play on the artificial turf. But for basketball as well, it's good to see that the founders of this are not only focusing on football, they thought of basketball as well. So this arena is catering for both talents in football and basketball.
Wow, this for talent development is huge. It is very significant, and as you mentioned, having not just looking at one sport, but 2 key sports in the country. We've just seen Malwak, who has just joined the NBA, but had his opportunity to play in Uganda. And one thing that we've got to focus on still has to be the case of the infrastructure, and basketball that's one of the most successful stories we've seen in basketball for Uganda recently, and we can see that he's not forgotten at all that Uganda played a key role in his success and where he's gotten. A Boda rider told him, "You're tall enough, go ahead and play basketball." And the rest is history. Right now he's in the NBA, going to be playing with the likes of Devin Booker. But for Uganda as well, we know that it is still an avenue that for football we can still be able to achieve so much, and it can be. We've seen very many players who have benefited from the sport, and we are still in the quest to achieve success on the field in terms of continental success, but also making it the likes of the World Cup. But that needs talent development. We need people who are going to be playing. And one thing I always tell people that these days in Kampala, it's expensive to play football because you have to pay a lot of money, and sometimes finding pitches to play at is not very easy. And given the fact that there are so many things that are in place, but the more these are set up, it's going to give them opportunity to play on good surfaces, on good playing fields. If it's easily accessible, then young people can go there, play, and then continue developing. The more time you spend on the ball, as Arsene Wenger said, the more hours you spend on the ball, the better you're going to become. And more so with the small-sided games, the more you're better in tight spaces, helping you dribbling and all this and that. So it's going to help in terms of talent development, but also talent identification. Players who can use these facilities, go play for different sports teams, continue to grow. And then I think also just for recreation, it's good for the youth. If the youth, one thing that we've seen is that they talk about youth activities. More sports facilities come up, the less they're involved in unethical behavior. So this is good for the youth to gather, have something to do, and just engage themselves. So it's good to see another facility come up, and we hope that it's easily accessible and people can take the most advantage of it.
Well, of course, the space where this facility has been set up is on a huge piece of land, and of course the proprietor of this particular sports arena, Suragali Wango, he of course highlighted that he has spent some good amount of money on this project, but he mentioned as well that this is not the end, it's just the beginning. Now he has put up a football pitch and of course a basketball court, but he says he's looking forward to adding a swimming pool, a badminton arena, and of course a volleyball arena. So we hope he can get all the funds he needs, and he sets up all that infrastructure, because as you can see on the side, you see there's some space, some construction material that is still there. So definitely he still has a plan for sports, particularly not one sport discipline, but for sports generally in the country. So those that might be going there, I don't know how much it will cost. These stuffs can be expensive.
It sounds like these days, like it's expensive to play football in the city.
Yes.
That's why the talent is in the up country. The only thing is that you have human capacity, you have some resources, but talent is up country because kids, a football field is free of charge. After working, after school, simply go and play. But if you have to pay sometimes, it becomes expensive.
You have to pay for your 400k for just an hour. Wait, people making money in Kampala. But anyway, that is it for the arena, sports arena that has been, of course, opened right there in areas of Kajansi. And of course, the people of that place will be benefiting from this. Now, we're going to take a short commercial break. When we come back, we shall continue with more conversations on the breakfast. We shall shift focus and take a look at Chan. And of course, a lot more that is happening in Uganda. We take a break.